Hey everybody, I'm continuing our trip around the state of Massachusetts to talk to top producing realtors and find out whatever tips they can give us to help you sell your home in the most effective manner. So today I'm here in Revere with John Green from Century 21. How are you, John?
Good morning, Richard. How are you?
How are you?
Not too bad.
Good. So, John, we've done our research in every town. We know who the producers are everywhere, and your name comes up in several towns. Tell me what you think it is that people should really be aware of when they get ready to sell their home.
Well, the obvious is pricing. A lot of people have a tendency to overprice a house, and it's the biggest mistake you can make.
Why is that?
Well, you don't get a second chance at a first impression.
Okay.
And come out of the box accurate, priced accordingly. You'll get your number. If it's more difficult to underprice a house because not many people want to use that strategy.
That used to be big several years ago when the market was really running.
Right.
You price it a little bit lower in hopes of driving up several offers. But I don't see that much today. Nobody seems to be using that tactic today.
It depends on the market. I mean, markets can vary from town to town, and they do in short distances. It's not just from one county to another county. I recently sold a property in Somerville, and I listed it for $640, and within a week I had multiple offers, and it went close to $700,000.
That's a good position to be in.
Yeah. So, and that was just at a cusp of a spike in the market. Honestly, I can't take the credit for being that good. It was just one of those things. But that's just the way it happened. And
but you had to know. I mean, you had to be the person who was kind of guiding the seller of what to do in that particular instance.
Well, I did the normal research that any qualified agent will do. We looked at recent sales. We took into consideration condition, location. I mean, again, I shouldn't say the obvious, but you curb appeal from inside and out. When you walk by a house and you see a grass freshly cut and shrubs trimmed, that usually follows through to the inside.
So curb appeal is good. Pricing is a big issue. What else do you talk to people about when they're looking to sell?
Oh, there's a whole range. We could do a whole show on this in itself. There's staging.
About 5 minutes.
Yeah, there's staging. There's feng shui is really popular in some. There's decluttering, give away, put away, throw away. Get the house
Decluttering.
Take out the personal touches that make it you, and try to open it up to more people that can come in and see themselves in the house.
So you want your seller to present the home in a way that a potential buyer coming in can view it as if it was going to be their home.
Right.
So, we started out by saying that we're talking to top producers all over the state. Give me an idea what you think makes you a top producer, because you obviously are.
Consistency. What I do repeatedly over and over again.
Talk to me about consistency. What does that mean?
When I work with buyers, I like to have them sit with me for 30-40 minutes and go through a buyer consultation.
What is that?
It's kind of like a one-on-one first-time home buyer program. And it's when you just go through the process with somebody. We'll make a mock offer. I'll put the contracts in front of them for pretend, so that when it's the real thing, it's not the first time they're seeing them. They're familiar with the offer and acceptance.
So this is before you even go look at a property. You haven't taken them to see anything yet.
Before we go out and look at properties, I ask them to meet with me in the office. I see how much they've done on their own as far as interviewing any other agents, going to open houses. One of the most important things, even more important than the property at the beginning, is the financing. Some people don't realize that they should secure financing in a sense before they go out and look at properties, so they have an idea of what price range that they're in.
Now, we always say to people, we've talked about it a ton of times on our website, we've always felt that if you are looking to buy, the first step really should be, if you have an existing home, the first step should really be get in touch with somebody an agent that's going to sell your home for you,
Right.
so that you get a good idea of what your financing will look like at the end of that time, before you go out and look at the property you buy.
Yes, if you're selling the property.
Mhm.
A large part of my clientele has been first-time home buyers, so they don't always have that property to sell.
True.
But in that sense, a big trap that agents can set them up for is taking people out to look at properties that have to sell something before they've even put it on the market. So you're absolutely right. They want to get an idea, again, of what their purchase power is going to be from knowing what their expectations should be in selling their property.
So it sounds to me like you spend a lot of time making your clients feel comfortable with you.
I try.
And then beyond that, making them feel comfortable with the process that they're going to be going through.
Right.
Great.
Right, because I mean, it is a privilege. There's so much competition out there.
Mhm.
Buyers and sellers have so many choices. I try to give them as much information as I can up front. When I list a house, I like to put the information boxes out there with the price, taxes, and everything that they need to know, so that when they're calling me, if they're calling me, they're that much more serious because they have that much more information.
So it's kind of like full disclosure right up front.
Full disclosure right up front, as much as possible.
Okay. Well, that's great, John. So tell me, what towns do you specialize in?
The company I'm with, Century 21, is probably one of the largest Century 21s on the Northshore.
Okay.
We have 10 offices. To say that I focus on one town, I try to spread myself out.
Okay, well, I know better. I know you show up as a top producer in a few towns. So we're here in Revere, that's one of them. What about, say, Lynn, for example, or?
Lynn, I kind of established myself in Lynn. I've done quite a bit of business in Lynn, Everett, Malden.
All right, well, thank you very much for watching, people. If you want more information about John and the homes that he sells and the buyers and sellers that he works with, go to topagenttoday.com. You can find them there in Revere or Lynn, all around this area. Thanks, John. I appreciate
Thank you,
your
Rich.
time. If you'd like to get more information about John, go on bestagenttoday.com. You can look him up in the zip codes for Revere and Lynn and several towns in this area.